Hello folks, welcome to another episode of X City. So today is just going to be a mini video, and it's actually going to be a follow-up to the last video we did on building and designing a septic tank in Liberia. So if you recall, we said your septic tank should consist of three compartments, or two compartments at least, and it should consist of a drain field, and also that the flow, in fact most importantly, that the flow should be cemented. So that means you should create a solid concrete flow for the septic tank and not just let your raw sewage to seep into the ground. So as I was making that video, so in Exeter, we were actually building another septic tank there. This is separate from the one that I built in Johnsonville, which is outside and away from Exeter. But this one is being built as we speak, and I think it's almost complete. We haven't drilled the holes into the partitioning walls yet, and we haven't created a drain field yet. But we've built a septic tank again in the same style as I'd advised. And this time around, I'll just like go through the video so you actually see the process of building what I described in the previous video. So this will be something like showing a real world example of what we talked about. This is really where we are just building the forms, where we are going to pour the concrete to form the outer walls of the septic tank. So we bought a couple of plywoods, and the boys are recycling some of the old wood we had lying around in Exeter to hold this mold together, and we are going to pour concrete between those plywoods, and then as you can see, there are steel pillars already erected on the four corners. So those pillars are basically there to toughen the wall, and then in between those pillars as well, there is a mat system made of this steel rebars basically. So this mat frame is going to basically hold the concrete together as well. So we have a very solid vault that is being built, and this is the outer form of it, and then we are going to partition it into this three vault system, and we will show that later on in the video. A couple of things to note here is that Exeter is very sandy, so they had to dig like extra space around, and then also create this plywood thing to make like a real good non-penetrable wall to pour the concrete in, because as they were digging, actually the sand was falling back into the hole. So that's one of the challenges the boys faced here, but they did a pretty good job of clearing outside of the walls of the septic tank itself to give them room to be able to plant their pillows and also build the form that is going to hold the concrete. There's a little bit of wind in the background because, of course, Exeter is windy, and again, you can see the soil type there is mostly sand. It's a very sandy area. It's a blessing and a challenge as well. So inside you'll see it saying inside for now, but definitely as they fix this thing, they build the walls, and then so in this part of the video, you see that the walls have already So in this portion of the video, the walls have already been erected, and the concrete is drying, in the process of drying, and they started backfilling with sand around it. And those three openings at the top that you see there right now is covered with the wood that forms the frame to the opening. We'll remove those woods, and then those planks and wood, and then you can be able to get into there, and then we will drill the hole through the partitioning walls. So each of those three square-shaped grooves you see on top of it, those three square-shaped things you see on top of the septic tank, actually the openings to each of those three vaults. And we'll put ladder in there and then drill the hole between the partitioning walls, just like we did the last time. It looks good, but it's not perfect. I can see some where the geometry is like it's not perfect, but it's good. Thanks for watching this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. As I said, this was going to be a very short video, just talking about the septic tank, how it looks like. As you can see from the video, like if you see the openings to the three compartments, they do not seem as perfectly square as I would love them to be, or even perfectly rectangular, or the boundaries are not don't seem to be well aligned, at least with the edges, the outer edges of the septic tank itself. But again, those are the things that when you are not around and these boys are working on these things, sometimes they will make errors. And this is why critical things like are not done in my absence or in other technical people's absence. But for this vault, the guy who's doing that work, he's the same guy basically that I worked with to build the first one when I discovered that he was going to build it the wrong way. So his experience from building that with me is what he used to build this in my absence. And again, it may not be perfect, but it is way better than what he would have built without the previous experience that he and I had together, right? So I think there is improvement there. And this septic tank is again just built in the equipment yard. This is not the septic tank that we have built for any particular residence home. This is what I am going to be using personally for that little one-bedroom apartment that we built in the equipment yard, where I'll be staying when I'm staying in X City while work is going on. Of course, we'll connect it to other units for other workers to use it as well. But this is just in the equipment yard. It's actually right on the outskirts of X City. This is not even connected to anything in X City. So that's it. But these are opportunities for people to practice, right? And as the more he does this, the better he gets at it. And then of course, when we are doing the real thing for X City's residents, of course, that's when like all of the real competent engineers will be on ground. Even people much smarter than I am will be there to do this work. And of course, I will be there to make sure that things are kept to the right bar that we want, the quality bar that we want, right? So yeah, but thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and you have a wonderful day, and keep coming back. We will always have something exciting to show. Bye bye.